The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra was a great smartphone when it was released last year in 2021. In 2022, it is still a great smartphone. And with the price as low as $1,000, a lot of people are wondering if they should buy the S21 Ultra or the S22 Plus. I'm here to answer that question and give you guys my honest thoughts about these two devices. Hi guys, this is Big Phil and welcome back to another video. This time, I'm going to be answering the most important question I've received from y'all, which is, should you buy the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra of last year or the S22 Plus of this year? Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to compare these two devices, everything about these two devices. Then at the end, I'm going to let y'all know which I think has a better value for your money. And please, if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for a lot of good videos come up on Big Phil TV. Let me start this video by talking about the prices of these two devices. The Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra was released last year, and when it was released, the price was like $1,200 to $1,300. But right now, the price have dropped so well. Right now, I think you can pick it up for like $1,000 or even less than $1,000 on Amazon or on eBay. The S22 Plus costs $1,000. It's very recent, just a few days ago. So if you're thinking about the prices, these two devices are almost the same right now. But remember, the S21 Ultra is a flagship device and it has all the top features, but it was released last year. And secondly, the build quality. That's where I believe the S22 Plus is better and improved as compared to the S21 Ultra. That's because the S22 Plus has a Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, both the front and the back of the phone, which according to Samsung, it is the most toughest glass ever on a smartphone. While the S21 Ultra has the normal Gorilla Glass Victus, but I don't think there is a huge difference between the Gorilla Glass Victus and the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. But if you just want a better and improved build quality, then you need to think about the S22 Plus. Apart from the glass in which these two smartphones are made of, they are both very similar in terms of their build quality. They both have aluminum frame. They both have IP68 water and dust resistant, which means you can go swimming with it, you can go diving with these two devices, no issue at all. And when it comes to their design, they're both very similar. That's because the S22 Plus has the same design as the last year S22 Plus. Yeah, the same design. So you won't go wrong buying any of these two devices based on their design or their build quality. But the S22 Plus has a little edge from the S21 Ultra because it has the Gorilla Glass Victus Plus. These two smartphones also have stereo speakers and they both sound great. USB Type-C input for charging, no headphone jack is gone, and no SD card slot. So if you're trying to buy any of these two smartphones, you have to think about the storage option that you want before going for it because there are no SD card slot anymore. These two devices also comes in a bunch of colors, so you won't go wrong buying any of these smartphones based on color options. The S21 Ultra comes in 5 different colors. S22 Plus comes in about 7 different colors, so it has more colors. When it comes to the display, the S21 Ultra is bigger and better than the S22 Plus. That's because the S21 Ultra has a 6.8 inches with a resolution of 1440 by 3200. So it's much higher than the S22 Plus. The S22 Plus display is just 1080p. To most people, that's a big drawback. But trust me, if you're watching videos and content on these two devices, you won't really notice the differences because they are both really incredible display. These two devices have a 120 Hz refresh rate, which makes navigating these two devices feels like butter. Their displays are all dynamic AMOLED, and which everyone knows Samsung make one of the best display on all smartphones. The S21 Ultra has a higher PPI density of 515, while the S22 Plus has a higher PPI density of 393. But for the peak brightness, the S22 Plus brightness can go up to 1700 nits, while the S21 Ultra goes up to 1500. So if you're thinking about the peak brightness, or if you're going to be using these smartphones in broad daylight, in outdoors, then you want to think about the S22 Plus because it has a the highest peak brightness of 1700 nits. The S22 Plus has a better performance than the S21 Ultra. That's because the S22 Plus is recent. It's a recent smartphone, so it has all the recent and newest specs. It has the newest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 with Android 12 and Samsung One UI 4.1 on top of it. So it is much recent. While the S21 Ultra has the older Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 with Android 11. It was released with Android 11. Probably Samsung is going to upgrade to Android 12, but it was released with Android 11 with Samsung One UI 3.1 on top of it. But for the storage, the S21 Ultra has more storage options than S22 Plus. The S21 Ultra has 128 right up to 512 gigabytes of internal storage, and it has more RAM, up to 16 gig of RAM. Wow, that's a lot. That means if you are going for the 512 gigabyte of internal storage, it comes with 16 gig of RAM. While the 258 and 128 comes with 12 gig of RAM. A lot of RAM on that phone. So even though it's an older phone of last year, but it has a lot of better options, storage option, and more RAM than the S22 Plus. The S22 Plus comes in two different storage. 128 and 256, so there is no 512. And also, it comes only with 8 gig of RAM. So if you're looking for more storage and more RAM, then you want to go with the S21 Ultra. The battery life on these two smartphones are completely different. The S21 Ultra has more battery than the S22 Plus. It has 5,000 milliamps, while the S22 Plus has 4,500 milliamps.
It's 10 hours.
And when it comes to the charging speed, the S21 Ultra can charge up to 25 watts fast charging, while the S22 Plus can go up to 45 watts. So if you need a phone that can charge faster, then you want to consider the S22 Plus. And in terms of cameras, the S21 Ultra is the champion. That's because it has 4 great cameras as compared to the 3 cameras on the S22 Plus. The cameras on the S21 Ultra are a 108 megapixel camera, 2 10 megapixel camera, and 1 12 megapixel camera, altogether 4. While the S22 Plus has 3 main cameras, 1 50 megapixel camera, 1 10 megapixel camera, and 1 12 megapixel. So 3 cameras altogether. So it means if you're trying to buy any of these devices for taking photos, if you love taking photos with your smartphone, or if you love making videos with your smartphones, the S21 Ultra is still the champion because it has 4 great cameras. And you can shoot videos up to 8K at 24 frames per second on both smartphones. Yeah. And the selfie camera on the S21 Ultra is also better at 40 megapixel as compared to the 10 megapixel selfie camera on the S22 Plus. So we realize that overall, the cameras on the S21 Ultra, it's still great, even in 2022. Other similar features between these two smartphones include things like in-display fingerprint. Yes, they both have in-display fingerprint and they work so well. They both have Samsung Pay, Samsung DeX, Bixby, NFC, Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi 8, wireless charging, reverse wireless charging. Everything else are all found on these two devices. So you won't go wrong buying any of these two smartphones based on all those important and basic features. And those are all the differences and similarities between the S21 Ultra and S22 Plus. Let me know down in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about these two devices? Which do you think is the best value for your money? But if it's me and my money, I will go with the S22 Plus for 3 reasons, 3 main reasons. Number 1 is the build quality. The S22 Plus has an improved and better build quality than the S21 Ultra. Secondly, the performance. The performance on the S22 Plus is much better, newest, and improved as compared to the S21 Ultra. And thirdly, the size. The size of the S22 Plus is great. At 6.6 inches, it is the best size of smartphone. It feels good in the hands. Trust me, guys, I've tested and I've used these two devices. I know what I'm saying. The S22 Plus feels great in the hands. Yeah, and that's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notification for a lot of good videos come up on Big Phil TV. Until then, see you to the next one. Peace.